Hello, Reds fans. Welcome to the YNWA Transfer News Channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily latest news.
Rodrygo to Liverpool transfer twist as offer made amid Alexander Isak wildcard option claim. Real Madrid's Rodrygo is back in the headlines, having emerged as a potential wildcard option for Liverpool, according to the latest reports from Spain. Arne Slot has already strengthened his attacking options with new weapons this summer, following the additions of Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike, both of whom impressed during the Reds' final preseason friendly against Athletic Club on Monday evening. However, with Luis Diaz having departed for Bayern Munich, and continued uncertainty surrounding the long-term futures of both Darwin Núñez and Federico Chiesa at Anfield, further reinforcements will be necessary before the transfer deadline. Liverpool's interest in Newcastle United's Alexander Isak is well documented, with the club having had a £110 million bid swiftly rejected by Newcastle last week. Although a deal could yet become possible if Newcastle secure a suitable replacement in the coming weeks, it remains a complicated transfer to finalize. Whether the Reds are seriously considering alternative targets is still unclear. But if the latest reports from Spain are to be believed, Liverpool may already have someone in mind with Real Madrid's Rodrygo. The Brazilian has long been linked with a move to the Merseyside club, dating back to before his switch to the Bernabeu in 2018. Now 24, Rodrygo has struggled to establish himself as a key figure in an attack currently spearheaded by Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappé. So much so that he has been linked with a summer exit, having played a bit-part role in Real Madrid's Club World Cup campaign under new head coach Xabi Alonso last month. According to Marca, speculation over his departure has intensified in recent days following the squad's return to preseason training. Madrid are expected to demand a fee in the region of £60 million to £70 million and are reportedly open to proposals. Throughout the summer, the suggestion has been that Rodrygo is determined to fight for his place at Madrid and is not yet ready to move on. However, if recent rumors are accurate, there appears to be a growing acceptance that a fresh start elsewhere might not be the worst outcome. Tottenham have been named as a potential suitor in the report, with the imminent departure of long-serving Son Heung-min freeing up a spot in their squad. The report also claims Spurs have already made an offer to Real Madrid and are awaiting a response. Liverpool, however, are said to view Rodrygo as a viable wildcard option should a move for Isac fail to materialize before the September 1st deadline. Chelsea cannot be ruled out either, despite their heavy spending this summer, due to the number of outgoings, with Nicholas Jackson potentially among them. Further sales could open the door for another big addition, with Rodrygo a solid option for the London club. Mark Gahhe transfer development with Newcastle set to rival Liverpool. Liverpool could face renewed competition if they push forward with a move for Crystal Palace centre-back Mark Guehi, with Newcastle registering their interest. There has been little in the way of developments around Liverpool's pursuit of Guehi, despite the clear need to reinforce Arne Slot's centre-back ranks. It was however always a deal that was likely to progress further in the summer due to Palace's asking price, initially set at around £65 million, along with a lack of urgency from the player's end. Liverpool know they must sign at least one central defender before the end of the transfer window though, and a reduced offer for Gahhe is still probable. However, they could now face more competition for the 25-year-old signature, with the Times' Martin Hardy reporting renewed interest from Newcastle. While Liverpool's success in signing Hugo Ekitike over Newcastle, along with the Magpies' many other failures in the market this summer, may suggest the scales will tip in their favour, there could be more opportunity for game time at St. James Park. That could be crucial in discussions with Gahhe himself, particularly as he will be seeking a regular starting role ahead of next summer's World Cup. Hardy, writing alongside Times colleague Paul Joyce, explains that, like Liverpool, there is no desire from Newcastle to meet Palace's £50 million valuation. As with the Premier League champions, the expectation is that Newcastle will wait until closer to the transfer deadline in an attempt to bring the price down. It is a situation which could rumble on for a number of weeks, and further interest from the likes of Tottenham and Chelsea cannot be ruled out at this stage. Liverpool will hope they can convince Gahhe to join, not least due to their status as the best team in England, and also with a pathway likely opening up to become a first-choice starter. With Ibrahima Konate yet to agree a new contract, and therefore like Gahhe is in the final year of his current deal, it could be that a new long-term partner for Virgil van Dijk is required. The prospect of rotating between Van Dijk, Konate and Gahhe, along with the likes of Joe Gomez and Wataru Endo, could appeal to Slot, who clearly wants more than one top-level option for each position. Liverpool are also exploring their options when it comes to a young centre-back addition, with Parma's Giovanni Leone now frequently mentioned as a target. Liverpool transfer news: Liv, Benjamin Cesco wait, Alexander Isak boost, Mark Gahhe battle. Liverpool beat Athletic Club twice on Monday, with Rion Gahhe, Hugo Ekitike and Florian Wirtz among those to impress at Anfield. Arne Slot's side has now completed all of its friendlies this summer, and has Crystal Palace at Wembley next weekend. On the field, things appear to be tying together nicely. While there has been a number of changes to the roster this summer, Liverpool looked slick in its final outing before the proper stuff starts, with the new arrivals seemingly having settled well. Alexander Isak continues to be a target for the Reds, and with reports suggesting that Newcastle United could be close to getting a positive answer on Benjamin Cesco, there might be some more movement on that front this week. Meanwhile, Real Madrid and Brazil winger Rodrygo is said to be keen on leaving the Bernabeu, and Newcastle could reignite its move for Mark Gahhe, which could force centre-back needing Liverpool into action amid a lack of other options. More on Cesco and Man United. We've got some more Benjamin Cesco details from Mark Douglas, Northern football correspondent at I. He has confirmed that Man United's bid for Cesco is less than the club record offer lodged by Newcastle. However, there is a suspicion that the striker wants the Old Trafford move, even though that has not been communicated to St. James Park officials. Newcastle has really pushed for the Cesco move, even with the deal for Yoane Wissa still alive. Losing out now would be a body blow. Man United makes Cesco bid. Manchester United has made a move for Benjamin Cesco. It could affect Newcastle's pursuit, in turn impacting the Alexander Isak saga. It has been a summer of dominoes in the striker market, and Newcastle's inability to get top targets through the door may yet thwart Liverpool's ambitions of landing Isac, given the need for a replacement to be signed. RB Leipzig is yet to respond to Man United's bid, which is worth slightly less than Newcastle's. But Old Trafford officials believe Cesco favors them. Liverpool takes a look at Collins. Continuing the centre-back theme, Liverpool has reportedly lined up another Premier League captain in the event that Mark Gahhe proves unattainable. Nathan Collins of Brentford is on the radar. According to Give Me Sport, Collins has internal admirers at Liverpool. But as yet, Brentford is not engaging in discussions, with a deal viewed as unlikely. It's been a tough summer for the Bees, losing manager Thomas Frank and a handful of key players. Liverpool did at least send Caoimhin Kelleher in the other direction, but it's hard to imagine a Collins deal being sanctioned without silly money changing hands. New Liverpool target named. Liverpool is on the lookout for options at centre-back, and a new name has now been mentioned. Per TBR, Liverpool has joined the race for Arsenal target Jeremy Xhaka. The 20-year-old has established himself as a starter for Stade Rennais in France. Newcastle is also interested. The Magpies and Liverpool are simultaneously tracking Mark Gahhe as well, as their transfer windows continue to intertwine. Liverpool preparing Gahhe contract. Liverpool is readying a contract for Rion Gahhe. That's per Fabrizio Romano. Gahhe has been one of the standouts of Liverpool's preseason campaign. There is now a strong case for him to be involved come the start of the season. And the teenager turns 17 later this month, meaning Liverpool will be able to offer professional terms for the first time. The Reds are drawing up an arrangement with maximum relaxation. Apparently unafraid of any drama, despite the manner in which they acquired him from Chelsea in the first place. Newcastle prepared to sell Isac if Cesco arrives. Newcastle will be willing to sell Alexander Isak if it can land Benjamin Cesco. That's per Craig Hope, a Northeast football correspondent and the chief football reporter for the Daily Mail. According to Hope, who is aptly named on this occasion, Newcastle views Cesco as an Isac replacement. Once he is lined up or signed, Isac will be halfway to signing for Liverpool. The second half of the equation will be Liverpool paying a fee considered acceptable by Newcastle. There's no word on a specific figure, although the Reds would need to significantly raise its opening bid. Liverpool's defensive contingency plan. Liverpool gave a stark demonstration of its stretched defensive options in back-to-back friendlies with Athletic Club. The second-string side was forced to field Trey Nyoni and Andy Robertson together, both of whom were out of position. Even the more experienced team had to call Wataru Endo into action. That came with Virgil van Dijk ill and Joe Gomez injured. This should have set alarm bells ringing, confirming the need for transfer activity. According to The Athletic, that is still viewed by Arne Slot as the ideal outcome. However, there is a contingency. Should Liverpool fail to sign anyone, Endo and Ryan Gravenberch will be used as the emergency options. While both can do a job there, business should surely be a priority. Liverpool waiting on Doak bids. Ben Doak is the subject of substantial interest this summer. The Scot, still only 19, was instrumental in a goal against Athletic Club, and was unfortunate to see it chalked up as an own goal. According to The Athletic, Liverpool is yet to make a decision on his future. The club is waiting for permanent offers to arrive before making any calls. That suggests loan interest has already landed on Arne Slot's desk. Doak excelled in the Championship at Middlesbrough last season, before injury curtailed his campaign. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.